Alright. Let me just sneeze to start off this recording. Or maybe not. Sneeze decided not to come on. But my nose is clogged, so it's gonna sound like garbage anyway.
Wakey, 201. Got some more questions. Sound the alarm! Prisoner 201's escaped!
Well, you know, with Dad's back on the streets, things will be on the up and up for us.
Keep your voice down. You want that rebel hunter to find us or something?
Come on, we're small fries compared to... Huh?
Okay.
Anime.
Mm-hmm. Alright, May 9th, 3:30
Are we
p.m.
playing the right game?
Yes? What do you mean? What did you think we were gonna play? I'm confused. Another fine day in the kingdom of Crayon. Dots. It's so peaceful here. Can't believe it's been 2 weeks already, but...
That was too much action for me.
Okay.
Heck, I tried to use YouTube, but it started buffering right away.
Yeah, that reminds me I really need to switch that back. But I'll probably have forgotten by the end of the stream, so... Anyway, this place is really starting to grow on me. Still... It sure was a rough start. Now, to do what I came here to do. To do what must be done by me, to see Maya. Her long ascetic training is finally coming to an end. Before it does, she said something about one last rite she has to perform today. That's right! Whatever that is. Hey, Albie. Whatever that is. Oh, you've mastered the traditional greeting of Crayon. I don't know about that, but I guess all that practicing is paying off. You've gotten used to life at the temple. I'm grateful they're letting me stay here, but mornings start out a little early for me. Haha, yeah, well, morning prayers do begin at dawn. After all, you can never pray too much. Daily devotion is very important. Hats off to you guys. I don't know how you do it. Today is a special day, full of even more prayer than usual. There's nothing better in this world than being able to pray to your heart's content. I can think of a few things I'd rather do, like almost everything. So what makes today so special anyway? I mean, you don't know? Today's the purification rite. It's only performed once a year. That's what Maya must have been talking about on the phone yesterday. Wonder what her role in it is. Probably gonna get convicted again. Or whatever, anyway. Arrested, whatever the term is. So, what exactly is Maya going to be doing for this purification rite? What? Didn't she tell you? She's playing the role of Lady Hero. It's only the most important part of the entire rite. Unprecedented to have a foreigner play such a key role. Wow, that's really something. Really is. Helping out such an amazing person has been the greatest honor of this Dumbledore's life. So, who is this Lady Kira you mentioned? Allow me to explain. Once upon a time, hundreds upon hundreds of years ago, there lived a female warrior who fought valiantly to do things. Is something wrong? No, it's just... I get the feeling I'm in for a really long story. Yeah, I'd say it normally takes around 2 hours to tell. Whew, dodged a bullet there. Oh right, you're supposed to finally see Miss Maya today. Story can wait then. In the meantime, you can read up on the rite with this. An English guidebook? Where did you dig this up from? Only just lying there in the temple library. I figured no one's using it, so I borrowed it. Borrowing it, huh? Hey, this book belongs to Maya. See, there's her name on the back. There's no harm in keeping this for a while then. Oh boy. Miss Maya should already be at the site where the rite is to take place. Let's go! The Plaza of Devotion. I wonder if Maya's matured any since the last saw her. It's on a mountaintop, so it might get a little cold though. I think I can handle it. It only looks like fucking ice and snow there, and I'm wearing a business suit. Couldn't be better. Let's see what he's...
Do you think Maya will be arrested for murder this time?
Of course, obviously that's what's going to happen, dude. We're already getting evidence for it anyway, so... Wow, what a beautiful badge! It's the Eternian's badge we use in my
Phoenix
country.
is always hot.
Kinda looks like a sunflower to me. Yep, and I'm pretty sure there's even a reason for it. Please do explain, Mr. Wright. Maybe next time. I should have known he'd ask me to explain. Okay, let's move it. It's so cold. It's like the air itself is made out of ice. Look at all these people. Well, this is the day we come to offer prayers to Lady Kira, protector of all land. It's amazing to see how devoted everyone is. Devoted, right. But couldn't they just as easily do all this praying somewhere out warmer? This too is a part of our religious training. It helps us build strength of spirit and willpower. Further up at the end of those stairs is the inner sanctum. Okay. I see. Everyone I've met so far seems deeply religious. Of course we are. After all, Crayon is also known as the land of prayer. It's said that we Crayonese spend an average of 15 hours a day. What the fuck? From the moment we wake to the moment we fall asleep, our hearts are always in prayer. You see all the square flags around here? They're known as prayer flags. They contain the prayers of our people. Okay. Such piety is the glory of our people, and I'm afraid that's going to have to wait for another time, Albie. Maya should be here any minute now. Oh, yeah, you're right. Can't wait to see Miss Maya again. Pardon me, O noble traveler.
How do you fare, Mr. Wright? It's been many a day.
Who might you be?
Burger lady.
There she is.
How's this
Maya?
nerd? Who? I mean.
Miss Maya, whatever he said. And you, Mr. Wright, may the Holy Mother guide you on your journey. Dots. Oh, thanks. Hey, long time no see, Nick. Well, did it surprise you with my act? Yeah, you can say that again. This is Maya. She's a spirit medium and stuff. Many years ago, her ability to channel spirits saved me more times than I can count, and also got me into trouble more times than I can count. Sure miss those days. It was a ton of fun being the real boss of Wright & Co. law offices. Now she's here training to be the leader of Crayon Village and the master of her craft. Apparently to become the master of the Crayon channeling technique. We have to train here on Crayon since this is where the technique originated.
It's same old IMA.
Didn't that sound like a pious nun when you just saw me? Too bad, so that's about all I learned from all the training I did. You haven't changed a bit. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? She may look a little more mature on the outside, but inside she's the same old, same old. I'm actually kinda glad for that. Now, before we do that, most important thing. Oh, hey! Congrats on getting your badge back, Nick. Thanks, Maya. I can go back to a life of bold-facedly bluffing the day away every day. That's not exactly why I returned to the courtroom, you know? Definitely is. Heard what happened, Nick? He ended up in court almost as soon as he got off the plane, huh? Yeah, well, it's kind of a long story. I was the accused! You should have seen Mr. Wright in action. It was amazing! I bet it was another one of your famous the seat of your pants come from behind wins. What? Shouldn't that be seat off your pants? Typos. Well, I was almost found guilty any number of times. Okay, so it wasn't my finest hour, so sue me. You haven't changed a bit either, Nick. Ouch. Definitely stings more when it's coming from her. So I guess you've finished the bulk of the training needed to become the master, right? Oh, you meant the special meditation course for increasing spiritual power? Yep. Completed the full 2 years. Finally go home once I perform the purification rite today. Actually, I was wondering why they're having a foreigner conduct one of their sacred rites. Well, the High Priest's wife usually conducts it each year, but with her baby on the way, it's just more than she could handle. So the High Priest practically begged me to stand in for her this year. Well, you may not know all of their customs, but with your training, I'm sure you'll do great. You bet! Just you watch, Nick. I'm going to be the best Lady Kira guardian deity ever. Better throw in a few prayers for things to not end in a flaming disaster, then. They're gonna be blazing. Alright, so how about that guardian deity you'll be portraying today? What exactly are we talking about here? Well, first of all, Lady Kira isn't really a deity in the way we think of them back home. Oh, okay. Yep, she gonna get convicted for sure. She's a real person who fought to establish the kingdom of Crayon a long, long time ago. Wow, so she actually existed. Now the kingdom's people worship her as a guardian deity. They believe she appears to protect the kingdom whenever it's in danger. Cloaked in a sacred robe, she's a champion of justice who defeats the kingdom's enemies. Sounds like something you'd be into. I know, right? Who wouldn't want to be a kick-butt warrior who takes an evil with a wicked dagger? Right, whatever floats your boat. Still, Lady Kira must be really a popular deity if all these people are here for her. Yep, but there's more to it than just her popularity this year. More? So, why is this ride attracting such a large crowd this year? Guess there's been actual sightings, you know, of the real deal. Allow me to explain. A mysterious figure clad in Lady Kira's robes appeared, just like in the legends, and to begin capturing members of the Defiant Dragons right and left. You're kidding, right? They say it's only a matter of time till she gets their leader, the revolutionary Dirk, too. So Lady Kira's a rebel hunter now, huh? It's a bit hard to swallow, though. I mean, even if they are trying to disrupt the peace, I doubt the actions of a band of rebels can bring a legendary figure back to life. I didn't believe it at first either. But there's a real picture of her on the front page of today's newspaper. Yes, nobody can wear a mask except for her. Sightings of her go back about 2 years. This is the first actual picture of her to ever be taken. Let's just be some Lady Kira fan, you know, like you. You mean like a cosplayer? Those rebels are no joke, Nick. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat and stuff. CQC. You think some regular cosplayer can take on people like that dressed in a costume alone? That's why she has to be the real deal. Gives me chills just thinking about it. Yes, nobody can ever fight.
2 years.
Except for her.
Huh?
I bet Lady Kira Spear possessed a sacred robe or something. Spear possessing a piece of clothing? Maybe you should cut back on all those action superhero shows, Maya. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? You're just jealous I'm still young at heart. I got a real office to run now, so I gotta keep it real, right? I know who you're talking about, but that's definitely not me. You've really lost your edge since I last saw you. Those spikes of yours have grown really dull. There's even one that's drooping. Can't we leave my hair out of this? Anyway, I swear that the Lady Kira people here have been spotted. The Lady Kira the people have been spotting is the real deal. That was not me flubbing it, that was just a text being wrong. Besides, it's just so much more fun to believe it's true, you know? Can't believe you really buy all that. Although, I wonder who's under that robe. But Mr. Wright, she's the talk of the town. She even gave me this great new food idea. It's gonna be like a soul bun, but based on Lady Kira, calling the Kira bun. Talk about a Kira business strategy. I think that was supposed to be a Japanese pun, where Kira is like pronounced the same way as killer, as in super good, but it doesn't really work in English. Anyway, come on, Maya, just admit you're running around dressed as Lady Kira already. I guess the jig is up. What? Is it really true, Miss Maya? Indeed, it is I, Lady Kira. For hundreds of years, I've returned in this lovely young lady's body.
You just need to pronounce it like an American.
What? Only a minion of the defiant dragons could see through my disguise. Now, feel my wrath, you foul lawyer. Yeah! Ow, Mr. Wright. Just kidding. I mean, come on. Maybe dressing up as Lady Kira for the right today, but there's no way I could ever beat up one of those rebel types. Oh no, that was a pretty solid left hook she just threw. Oh, you were just trying to be funny. You really had me going there for a second. No one can be that naive, right? Well, I hope you enjoy playing superhero at the right today. Ooh, when you put it that way, I'm even more hyped about it than I was already. That sounds terrible. I hear the sound of the High Priest's footsteps. Better get going. You're right, he wears these really big bells on his ankles. That way I know he's coming. Pretty handy, right? Well, see you later. Bye, Maya. See you in court. That they're actually meant to be a stop slacking warning system for you, Maya. Maya's always so bright and cheerful. Yeah, I'm glad to see she hasn't changed. As in, at all. I wonder if this means her training's been off or not. I hope not. Ah, it's Acolyte Zealot. Oh. Fucking these names. Look, he's the one praying in the red and saffron robe. He's a disciple of the High Priest, Abbot Imi, and lives and trains at his house. See how he prays in the cold without moving a muscle. Yeah, I could never do that. It's Abbot Imi. The purification rite is about to begin. So that's the sacred robe Maya will be wearing during the rite. Looks almost exactly like what I figure in the newspaper was. What it was doing, whatever. Whoever it is must have worked really hard to copy it. Please, sir, it's not a good idea to stare like that. You could be struck blind. Just give me a few more seconds. I mean, this isn't something you see every day. Oh, those spells on the High Priest's ankles are gonna be important in the trial. That's right. I'm tempted to prayer pose like everyone else. Those who don't will suffer the wrath. Okay, let's see. First, I kneel down and cross my ankles and I bow forward. Youch. Great. Now all I can see is the ground and my back is killing me. Really should have trained for this, sir. Wait a sec. How long are we supposed to stay like this, Albie? Right requires that we stay like this until the day after tomorrow. That's 2 whole days. Ugh, I don't feel so... Mr. Wright, are you okay, sir? Somebody help! How embarrassing. Mr. Wright? Mr. Wright! Please, you have to get up. Ugh. Ouch, my aching. Albie?
He's not his flexible young self anymore.
Game over.
Where are we? The High Priestess house at the foot of the Plaza of Devotion. I guess I passed out from the back pain. They must have carried me all the way here. Something terrible's happened. It's Miss Maya. She's... Oh, just follow me to the Plaza of Devotion. Miss Maya, she's been arrested. What? I never saw this coming at all. What is this, like the fucking 10,000th time now?
What a twist.
Where's Maya? Just take it easy, alright? But I'm telling you, I haven't done anything wrong. Huh. Talk all you want back to the station. But let me go! Maya. Nick! I didn't kill him. Swear I didn't. Quiet, you. Come along peacefully or suffer the consequences. Wait a second. What on earth is going on? I know who you are, but if you don't get out of my way... Hey, back off, officer. Oh, she's here. Emma? Emma Sky? She's doing in crayon. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright, but we're placing Maya under arrest. Alright, take her down to the station, but with respect, got it? Yes, ma'am. Nick! Dots. So, what are you doing in crayon, Emma? I think someone is, like, hammering nails into the wall. I can hear it really well. I hope it doesn't pick up on the mic. It's a long story. Anyway, what are you doing in crayon, Mr. Wright? Same here. It's a long story, but we can get caught up later. Right now, I need to know what happened.
At least they're not drilling.
Maya's, well, under arrest for the murder of the High Priest. Wait, the High Priest was murdered? Oh boy. Congrats on your return to the legal world. Wanted to congratulate you sooner, but I never had the chance. Thanks, Emma. And congratulations to you too on becoming a forensic investigator. Heh. Thanks. Oh, I know. Let's celebrate by dusting your Tony's badge for fingerprints. How about we do a luminol test on it? I think I'll pass on both, but thanks. What happened, Emma? Please tell me everything you can. Well, basically, there was a murder during the rite as it was being performed last night. The victim is Taurus Inmi. That fucking name. The High Priest was presiding over the rite. Wait, hold on. Last night? You mean to tell me an entire day's passed since the purification rite? That's right, sir. You passed out for a whole day from your back pain. Never knew my back's like a ticking time bomb. Better take better care of it.
I trust him completely.
The murder took place at the inner sanctum where the rite was being held. The inner sanctum? Inner sanctum. The place where the spirit of Lady Kira is enshrined. Also, let me predict that it's gonna turn out that the High Priest dude was actually a Resistance member and that's why he was killed or some stupid bullshit like that. Anyway, through that gate over there and up at the top of the mountain stairs just beyond. Sorry, what is offering their prayers. Albert and me and Miss Maya went up to the inner sanctum to begin the rite. Just after they finished a prayer you fainted in the middle of. So, who do you think killed the High Priest? Unfortunately, Maya is our sole suspect right now. During the rite, the inner sanctum was off limits to the general public. So then, only the High Priest and Maya could have been there when the murder occurred. Right, plus, the inner sanctum is on the side of a very steep mountain. The only way up there is the stairway that starts at the here at the Plaza of Devotion. So that's why she's been arrested. Also, the crime scene was only discovered after Maya came down alone. She's the one who told the worshippers in the plaza that the high priest was dead. And she made a police statement to that effect. So she was the first one to discover the body. Well, that definitely doesn't help. Makes it even less likely that someone else was there at the crime scene. Ow. Speaking of backs killing, mine's not too great either. Mr. Wright, sir. Are you going to defend Miss Maya? Yeah, sure. There's no way she killed anyone. Yeah, I don't believe it either. She's been framed. This is really something else, huh? Mr. Wright, I mean, who'd have thought you'd have to take on that horrible court again? Yeah, I'll be fine. Tell me about it. Never thought I'd have to go through another trial. But divination seance determines all, and defense lawyers are unwelcome. So, what brings you here, Emma? Back in the US, I was working a case with an international prosecutor from Crayon. He told me this is where I could see the latest techniques in international forensic science. I can't believe I fell for it. I mean, just look at this place. We've gone back in time. Yeah, I can't say I've been impressed with the police work I've seen so far. Still, he said he takes on cases from around the world, so maybe next time he'll have one in a major city somewhere. Sounds like this prosecutor has taken a liking to you, Emma. After all, it's not every day that a prosecutor takes a detective with them overseas. I wonder, he's calm and kind, almost always had a smile on his face, but it's hard to tell what he's really thinking. This international prosecutor, is he the one who handled Trucy's case? Yes, he is! I take it he'll be the prosecutor in this one too? Yes, Prosecutor Shatmati's already been assigned. Prosecutor Shatmati? What? You knew? Of course, everyone in Crayon does. He's a highly revered individual, both as a prosecutor and a monk. Go up against Prosecutor Shatmati, you'll incur the Holy Mother's wrath. It's my job too, so I don't give a shit. Alright, sorry. It's great. Prosecutor is also a reverend monk. Cool. I'm not sure I should be saying this, but he's a formidable opponent. Yeah, I heard Apollo had a really tough time, so I better give it everything I got. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Emma. We treat lawyers like criminals here. Come to think of it, Prosecutor Shatmati mentioned something to that effect. I'm not sure how much I can help, but I'll do what I can. Really? Are you sure you aren't going to get in trouble for helping the enemy? He did come down on me pretty hard when I tried to help Trucy in that last trial. Let's just say, I'll help where I can. Thanks, but don't go getting yourself in trouble on my account, okay? Sounds pretty strict. So first things first, let's start with this. Hot off the press, it's the High Priest's autopsy report. Thumbnail wound. The victim bled to death from a deep stab wound to the abdomen. The murder weapon is believed to be Lady Kira's Warbod dagger. It's used during the rite, however, the dagger has yet to be found. Lady Kira's dagger, huh? I think Maya mentioned something about a dagger. Why do we need flashbacks already? Holy shit, I'm yawning a lot. These past few days have been exhausting. Isn't that rebel hunter posing as Lady Kira also armed with a dagger? Of course, hers must be a replica, right? Yes, game, if you keep telling me that, it'll definitely be a replica. Would it be okay for me to go take a look at the crime scene, Emma? Police have already wrapped up their investigation, but the location itself is off limits to the general public, so I'm not sure. Emma, please! Begging you! Just like the police, I need access if I'm to mount a viable defense. Alright then. Leave it to me. I'll explain the situation to Prosecutor Shatmati and to police later. Thanks, Emma. You have quite a climb ahead of you, so be sure to watch your step. Wait, you're not coming with me? Oh no, I'm not climbing up there again. No way. Is it really that bad? I wonder if my back can handle it. get to go to the inner sanctum? Oh, you're so lucky, Mr. Wright. Why don't you join me, Albie? That's crazy talk, sir. A commoner like myself were to set foot in there, I'd surely be cursed for all eternity. Right, yeah, definitely. Oh well, I guess I'll just leave to face this spam lonesome. By the way, what are all those people still praying here? Are they going to go home? Customs of this rite require that they not move from this spot until tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't faze them to have the police milling about. Some of them are even off-duty cops. Wow, I guess this is what it's like to live in a deeply religious society, huh? Everyone's crazy as fuck.
Let's investigate.
Investigate. Those flags are gonna be important. Oh, and Lady Pants is there. Okay. It's really high up. Really, really cold. What did I do to deserve this? At least I made it. Better get started while I can still feel my fingers. Who's that? Kinda looks like she's not wearing even close to enough stuff. Alright, actually, I'm gonna go be right back, because I need to get something to drink. Just, you know, hold on for a few seconds.
Something.
We need new flashback to know who that is.
Alrighty. Can't click on that.
Cold
Okay.
cannot harm a true believer of Mother Queen Goddess thing.
Well, I can't look at anything except her. Okay, good. Excuse me. Oh, it's you. Do you even know where you are? Barbed head. Of course I do. May I ask why you're here? Your benevolence. I came to pray for the High Priest's soul. What are you doing here? This is one of the most sacred spots in Crayonism. Unscrupulous lawyers such as you have no business being here. I'm not unscrupulous. Quite. Dare to find fault with my insights at every turn of the other day. Still sore about that trial? How about this shit? Huh? What is that badge you bear? It's a sunflower pin. They're quite popular in my country. Huh. It is rather cute, I must say. Actually, it's just my attorney's badge. Oh? So you mean it would have actually been worth more as a cheap accessory? My profession is worth more than $1.20, you know? Phoenix just got dunked on. As you know, your benevolence, a murder has occurred and I need to investigate. We know the killer is one of your own. In my country, suspects are innocent until proven guilty. Plus, she is a serious student of spirit channeling who came here to study. So, can't you at least give her a chance to explain what happened? All practitioners from overseas are big phony balonies. Ah, nothing like fucking xenophobia. And her wish to train in the homeland of spirit channel is but a bit of prestige. It seems like nothing I say will convince her otherwise, thanks to that last trial. Tweedledum and Tweedledee really did a number on her impression of foreigners. As the defense attorney on this case, I really need to investigate this crime scene, and I need to do it now. Being authorized by the police, so... What's this? You intend to make a mockery of our sacred hall of justice once more? No, I simply want to defend my client. Which means you have come to forge evidence then. I knew all lawyers were criminals, I must now redouble my vigilance. Ouch, that's unfair. Why don't you demonize a whole group of people anyway? My mother and father, you have an issue with their parental guidance? No. Never dare criticize the royal couple. Still can't imagine what the lawyers here must have done to garner such hatred. Oh. I just had the most wonderful idea, Barbed Head. But I have the bad feeling about that glint in her eye. Fine, I'll bite. What's this most wonderful idea of yours? You're to investigate this murder. Then I shall oversee your every move so as to prevent any misdeeds, naturally. What? You want to follow me around the entire time? That doesn't sound as bad as what I imagined.
Good job. You finally got a companion for the investigations.
Yay! Of course, not that I want to, mind you. Yeah, she definitely wants to. I will not tolerate any objections, understood? She can't do this to me. Oh, is that, Barbed Head? Nothing. Very well then. Let us get this investigation over with. You mustn't stay here in the inner sanctum a moment longer than necessary. Please don't rush me. It is not without reason that I insist on a speedy investigation, Barbed Head. I'm director. If it's not big of a problem, why don't you head on down? I won't do anything, I promise. No! Lawyers are never to be trusted. I'll make a haste so that we may leave here soon. Oh, and one more thing. What now? Your victory the other day was but a stroke of fortune. This time my insights shall reveal the absolute truth. So brace yourself. Okay. Sure. Can I fucking get on with it now? Now I can look at things. This mountain face is like a towering wall. There are characters carved into it, but I have no idea what they mean. There's a prison at the apex of this mountain. Prison? Way up there? It is said that Lady Kira laid those she defeated to rest atop this mountain, so that their souls will not spawn evil spirits. I'm feeling queasy just thinking about being all the way up there. The fact that it's a prison just makes it worse. Yeah, that sounds pretty, monstrous. What an amazing wall painting. So this is Lady Kira. You see that red mark upon her brow? That is the character for death in Crayonese. It is a mark of resolve to fight to the end. There are many different marks we make on our bodies, each with a different meaning. Interesting. Come to think of it, your benevolence has marks on your face, on her face. So did the High Priest. The High Priest's marks are those of a monk, while mine are of a royal priestess. All members of the Crayonist clergy have such marks upon them. The shape and location of the marks vary in accordance to conditions like status and age. And all records about the mark kept at a temple. So it's basically like everyone has a Jew star. It's great. So it's kind of like a national ID registry, huh? Or that, if you don't want to make a fucking Hitler joke. Anyway. Is that a weapon in her hand?
Thanks, Shin.
Yes, it is Lady Kira's dagger, the very same one used in the rite. It is made to resemble a war bod. The bird Lady Kira fashioned herself after. So that dagger is the weapon that took the High Priest's life. If you want to know more, I'll be happy to ramble on about it forever.
At least she chose a bird, Sawyer.
So what about those flags that were torn down on the right side here that I can't actually look at? It's a lantern. It's still lit. Of course it is. The sacred flames in the 4 lanterns here are burned for centuries. Anyone who extinguishes even one of them will be put to death immediately.
Angle here.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, that's why they're outfitted with glass wind guards. Still, I better keep my distance, just in case. So the moon and these lanterns were the only sources of light up here at night. The rite is performed by the light of the full moon because the moonlight is a purifying force. I see. No touching. I wasn't going to. The lantern looks broken, but it's hard to make out the details from this angle. I'll take a closer look when I'm in a better spot. Okay. Let's take a closer look, shall we? Whoa! This is blood. This is a statue of War Bodge, the bird on which Lady Kira based her appearance. And all of this blood is from the High Priest, huh? He no doubt embraced the statue in the hope that Lady Kira would save him from death. May his soul rest in peace. Considering the amount of blood, he must have been stabbed with considerable force. There's no way Maya would be strong enough to deliver such a blow. It's been stained red by the High Priest's blood. The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. What's that from? An old legend. Wait, does that mean that the rebel hunting Lady Kira in the newspaper is a real deal? Nah, that's crazy talk. Hey, isn't that this Lady Kira's robe? Oh, holy mother, Lady Kira's robe is... I don't know how you feel, but we should leave it as it is to preserve the crime scene. Imbecile, is the actual robe Lady Kira once wore. It is? What the heck is it made of? I mean, nothing should look this good after a few hundred years. Enough! If I say it's the actual robe, it is the actual... The foul murderer shall not get away with this. It is tough to see a piece of history sloppily tossed on the ground like this, though. It looks like it's been mended a number of times. This robe kind of smells. How dare you insult such a sacred piece of clothing? No, I meant that it smells like incense. Oh, I see. I sent you detectives from the sacred incense used to purify Lady Kira's robe. Whenever a rite is to be performed, the robe is first centered. Is that even a word? With sacred incense. This still smells like incense now. The scent must have been much stronger last night when the victim was killed.
Scented.
Yeah. Didn't know that was a word. Anything else here? Ooh. Bloodstained scrap of paper. Looks like some kind of note or letter, perhaps. Written in crayonese, so I can't read a lick. Let me see that. Once the flame is lit,
Never heard of
then...
scented candles?
I have, but not of the scented as being a verb, you know? To scent, I've never heard of that being used as a verb. This is simply impossible to read. Wait, what is it? A stamp in the lower right. It's the mark of those insurgents. They fight dragons. Rebel group? What's it doing here? Some kind of connection between the High Priest and the rebels? Oh boy, I called it. It's like that about does it for this area. The rock must have fallen from higher up on the mountain. It's like the perfect perch for taking a peek over that curtain. Well, up I go. Wow, an incredible view. It almost boggles the mind. Get down from there this instant. Right, sorry. I'll be right down. Looks like the inner sanctum is just slightly higher up than the top of that mountain. I guess that confirms the stairs. Okay, so the dagger is gonna have been thrown or some stupid shit like that. From like over there or whatever. Guess that confirms that the stairs from the Plaza of Devotion is the only way up here. I think I'd better go take a closer look. This lantern is damaged. The wind guard is completely broken.
That'd be a bit too anime.
Nah, man, they had the dagger throw like really far in the intro, so that's gotta be it. Damage. What is that you're doing? No, I didn't even touch it. Huh. Perhaps a falling rock struck it. Request that it be repaired when you're finished here. Of course, I doubt you'll live long enough to see it restored. I'll be back to take a look, you'll see.
The culprit's arm is augmented.
There's no snow here. Who is Big Boss with his fucking rocket fist? It was removed because it would interfere with the rite. The day before the rite, the temperature in this area plunged below freezing. Even the Plaza of Devotion was covered in a layer of white frost. Must be the elevation. It wasn't all that cold back in town, as I recall. I still have the camera brought back to take pictures. Should snap one of this area here. Oh boy. At least
I wish we had mountains here. They look so lovely.
At least they now particularly, like, specifically note when you're done looking at an area. statue of a bird. I should take a closer look later. Look, the bird's missing its eye. Feel sorry for the poor fella. Are you the one who took it? Of course not. Statue has been here for ages. Suppose some damage is to be expected. I'll ask my mother to have it repaired. I wonder there are no lawyers left. I'd leave too if I was always treated like this. There we go. There's something hanging off the rituals curtain here. Looks like a rope or something like that. These look like those prayer flags down at the Plaza of Devotion, except they are arranged like no prayer flags I've ever seen. How so? All of these flags have been sewn together. Hey, you're right. It's like the one big banner now. There's something written on a piece of it. Donated by Tharastimi. Seems this piece is from a donation Abbot Ilmi made at some point.
Flags are sewn together.
So I'm gonna guess now that he had like a deal with the resistance group to like put this thing here so that they could climb the mountain without having to whatever. And that for some reason then this was used to hide the murderer. Or something like that. Near the right, the inner sanctum was fully enclosed by this ritual curtain, making this case something of a locked room mystery. Or, if it's not long enough, at least they used it to get over the fence. Purification rite is akin to a bathing ritual for Lady Cure. Therefore, it must be closed off from the outside world. So the inner sanctum is like a private bathroom. Indeed, so see to it that you keep it clean. This flap in the center acts as the ritual curtain's door, but that's about it. Ah! What was that shrill scream for just now? Just afraid of heights. Didn't notice that as I was climbing up, but now that I can see all the way down. I guess that flight of stairs from the Plaza of Devotion really is the only way up or down. What else? Don't see anything.
Fun facts. Phoenix didn't have a fear of heights until he fell from the burning bridge.
Ah, neat. That's a good detail. I think I got about everything. Could you tell me about this place, Your Benevolence? Nothing to say to you, lawyer. It's not because you don't actually know much about it. You ill-mannered. The Crown Princess of Crayon. There's nothing I do not know. Nina! Whoa, where'd she come from? Hey, no cheating. Silence, barbed head. Nina's knowledge is my knowledge. End of discussion. Is she your pocket internet? This spring is where Lady Kira came to cleanse her body of the blood of battle. Today's purification rite is a ceremony that traces its origins back to those days. Cleansing Lady Kira's robe and the sacred water lends one courage for the next battle. I see. Thank you for the excellent explanation. Counters are normally barred from here, except for the day of the rite. Who normally controls the access to this place? The High Priest and his family are responsible for that. High Priest and his family, huh? Could you tell me about the High Priest and his family? Abbot-in-me lived with his wife and his disciple, acolyte Praise a lot. Fuck you. A young man the couple took into their home upon finding him near a kingdom's border. Speaking of his wife, isn't she the one who usually plays the role of Lady Kira? Yes. But as she is with child... Is that even grammatically correct? That sounds so wrong. I would say it has to be as she is with a child or something. The role was appointed to someone else. The killer no doubt offered to stand in as she saw it as a chance to slay the high priest.
She is with the child.
Yeah. No, you have it backwards. He was the one who asked Maya to stand in.
Who knows?
Then that braggart must have embellished her qualifications. Really not sure how she could. Besides, why didn't you stand in for the high priest's wife then? Did I not tell you before? As a direct descendant of the Holy Mother, the role of Lady Kira is forbidden to me. For those descended of Her Holiness must not defile their bodies with the blood of battle. Oh yeah, you did say that, didn't you? Probably talk to those people too. So could you tell me more about this Lady Kira? As an outsider, I suppose your ignorance is all but unavoidable. Whatever happened to you need but ask. I know. Lady Kira was the Holy Mother's younger sister. But unlike her older sister, she lacked the ability to channel spirits. However, it is said that none could equal her skill with the dagger. Dagger? Well, this became relevant fast. The Holy Mother guides our souls, and Lady Kira keeps the peace with her dagger. Nothing says keeping peace like murdering a bunch of people. Sounds good to me. Okay, but who was she fighting against? Throughout our history, we have been set upon by rebels. Now is no different.
That's my idea of peacekeeping.
For our enemies now is the Defiant Dragons led by the insurgent Dirk. So Lady Kira played a role akin to the police, huh? Yeah, but I don't even understand. What are they rebelling against? It's not like this is some kind of empire, you know? Or whatever. Wouldn't they be more like, what's the term for people who try to topple a government? Not rebels, is it? I thought there was a more specific term for that.
Terrorists.
Yeah. Yeah, I get, No, not quite. Something else. Usurpers, I guess? So what's with the bird emoji? Lady Kira's robe is fashioned in the likeness of a war god. It is a fearsome bird that is unique to Crayon. Let's see. And what about the recent rebel hunter, Lady Kira? Who do you think she is?
I'm sure we'll find a reason why they are rebelling.
Sure. Heard about her, but have yet to ascertain her truth. However, I believe her to be a vigilante, or more precisely a patriot. Patriots. So even Princess Rayfa doesn't know the true identity, huh? That about does it for the inner sanctum. Should probably head back to the Plaza of Devotion and let them know I'm done. After all, she's the one putting her neck on the line for me to investigate
so
this
I
place.
guess that term can be used as well.
Yeah. It's just like, you know, if your specific action is to try to topple the government, which I think is what they're going for, I would have expected a more specific term to be used, but it's fine.
Revolutionary.
Yes, that's the one. That's what I was looking for. What is this? Let me look up. Hold on for a sec. Yeah, usurper would also be a fitting term, I guess. Wow, they're still praying. The religious devotion of our people is the pride of our kingdom. Actually, what happens? What happens if you put IPA into the TTS? I want to see what happens.
A revolutionary sounds more noble, I suppose.
Yeah, it has a positive connotation, true, yeah. Whereas usurper has a negative one. Come what may, they will continue to pray until tomorrow afternoon. Well, I'll say this. This level of devotion is certainly to be respected.
RVELU ENE3.
Oh wow, that's terrible. Now to find Emma. I wonder if they have a GTS specific for, like, geared for IPA. You there, wait. I want to ask you something. Okay. Do you know me? And do I know you? Well, I'm Phoenix. Phoenix, right? I'm a lawyer? No. I want to know if you know who I am. Huh? How should I know? I've never seen you before. You guys acting really strange. I wonder if you have some amnesia or
it's
something.
we heard hob ho.
Good. Should talk to him a little more just in case he's connected to this case somehow. Oh, you bet he is. Who's this chuckle fuck? Are you having trouble with something? Yeah, I'm sorry if I offended you. Whew, I thought he was going to pull a weapon on me. He's just pulling a snack out of one another. I'm trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. It's something important. You know this man or something, barbed head? No, I just said I've never seen him before, didn't I? Are you Lady Kira? You know of Lady Kira? And you're Crayonese, I take it. Maybe?
He's big boss.
Is he Emma's? I don't... No, wait, no, never mind. It are those lizards he's eating? Is dessert. Want one? No, thanks. I just ate one. Now I remember. Get a load of it. Get a load of this, Sonic. Well, what? I believe he suffers from a far more serious malady than a mere memory loss.
Maybe it was just missing the slashes. Dues AP.
Nope. No good, huh? Guess I'll try somebody else. So, who was that man, and what did he want? I wish I knew. Hey, Mr. Wright. What now? What's wrong? That didn't surprise you that badly, did I? Oh no, it's nothing. Actually, I've been looking for you. I wanted to tell you I investigated the crime scene. Hope it wasn't too much trouble getting my investigation of the inner sanctum approved. Oh, it was fine. Prosecutor Chadmati gave his okay straight away. Seems like a rather fair-minded prosecutor. He said that you probably give up once you saw the crime scene for yourself, and that moving on before the trial began would be the smart thing to do. He must be feeling really confident about his case. Well, just so you know, I have no intention of giving up. I figured. That's why I prepared a little gift for you. I thought it might help your investigation. Here, it's all yours. I meant to bring you a bunch of other forensic tools, but they were confiscated at the airport. Luminal testing fluid. This actually might come in handy. Also, I made a copy of the crime scene photo for you. Thanks. All this will definitely come in handy.
Oh boy. So this is what the High Priest's body looked like after the murder. Just along with the picture I took at the crime scene. Isn't that one a bit...
Luminol testing fluid. Hearn.
I was almost going to do that. Isn't that one a bit far up to still be considered abdominal? But what the fuck do I know? Oh yeah. You're done questioning Maya. Really? Should go pay her a visit then. Pray her a visit. Poor Maya, she must be feeling really lonely. Should let her know that I'll be defending her too. As if she didn't already know that. Oh shoot, look at the time. I have to get going. She seemed busy.
How did she get a bottle of fluid into an American airplane anyways?
Who knows? That's because his ephemeral holiness is a real slave driver. His ephemeral holiness? Prosecutor Shinmati is like the world's hardest riddle, wrapped in a flowy sash. I keep wondering if it's just a clash of cultures type of thing, you know? Like, he'll ask the most insane things of me without batting a single long eyelash of his.
After America got fused with Japan.
Why do I have such bad luck with prosecutors? First it was this, the Glimmer's fop. Now that I'm finally rid of that grating, bling-loving Europhile, I got this guy. Oh no, I'm really going to be late. They'll probably make me listen to one of those really long sutras again. And I'm joking to death. See you later. Makes her listen to sutras? Sounds like Emma's got it pretty rough too. She does not appreciate Prosecutor Sharmati's sutras. What
Her
ingratitude.
surprise sprite never gets old.
Do not die.
It appears that she too is lacking religious devotion. I don't think that's what the problem is here. Besides, Emma's not even a crayonist. What do you got to say about this? That man we just met, he seemed quite suspicious to me. Don't tell me he's an acquaintance of yours. And everyone who's suspicious is friends with a lawyer or vice versa, you know? For example, I have many upstanding friends and acquaintances like a chief prosecutor. Well, as long as your friends are free from the taint of corruption. They are, and not everything is about good and evil. Are you going to speak with that woman? If you mean Maya, then yes. There's something I need to talk to her about. Something like a jailbreak? Oh, fuck. Shit. How exactly could we do that with you and a guard watching us like hawks?
Don't die.
I'm dying, Squirtle. I really need to get some water. Okay. Nick! I knew you came. You'd come. She sure looks tired. Are you holding up? Wasn't me, but no one will believe me. I have to admit, I'm still a bit in shock. Who'd have thought you'd get caught up in something like this? Everyone. Literally everyone. I'm gonna defend you, so hang in there. We can do this if we work together. Yeah, this is all my fault. I mean, you came to Crayon just to visit me. You hadn't seen each other in ages, and then this happens. I haven't seen her this down in ages either. Come on, remember who you're talking to. Besides, I thought you'd be used to being the usual. Besides, I thought you'd be used to being the usual suspect by now. I guess you're right. You've saved me each and every time. Yep, so just tell me everything you can and let's go from there. Robbed head, stop stalling and get straight to the matter of the tree report. You know she's the murderer, therefore it is time for a confession. Your benevolence brings the royal priestess to a place like this. I am very lonely and bored. Now, out with it. Confess to your crime. Please, your benevolence, could you please take it down a notch or 3? Huh. Maya, please tell me what you can. I know this must be difficult, but anything you can remember might help. Sure, okay. I didn't kill the High Priest. I wouldn't even dream of it. I mean, he always treated me so well. Abbot Inmee was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind, even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. How could I ever kill someone like that? Looks like a really good person. I think I would have liked him. He's so much fun. I got to enjoy meals with his family and everything. His wife was a master of Crayonese cuisine. I've never eaten better in my life. Like they were her family and home away from home in this foreign land. It must have been a source of comfort. What with being here for training all alone. But what? I can't completely deny the charge either. Uh-huh. As I suspected. Your benevolence, please. I'm trying to figure out what really happened here. So what do you mean you can't completely deny the charge? Well, during the purification rite, I suddenly got really, really sleepy. The next thing I knew, Abbot Inmee was, you know... You suddenly got sleepy? So then you didn't actually see the High Priest get murdered? No, I didn't, but... If I was possessed by some crazed spirit while I was asleep, then... What an excuse. How dare you pin your crime on another person's soul? Yeah. To be honest, what you call training is but an extended vacation in reality. That training here is simply for prestige. No, it's not like that at all. In training to become the master of the crayon channeling technique. Huh. When you find a practitioner such as you become a channeling master? I think not. The spiritual power required is beyond the means of an outsider like you.
What a dick.
Your benevolence, I wouldn't call my a neophyte because you can already Ah, wait, Nick. What? Can I talk to you for a second? Why is she whispering all of a sudden? I want to keep my spirit channeling ability secret while I'm here, Nick. What? Why? I'll, explain later. Why? No, explain now. No, explain now. What the fuck? Just keep it a secret, okay? Just say so. What's this all about? What's all that whispering about over there? Oh, it's nothing really. I have to ask about this later when Princess Rayfar's not around. Oh, I almost forgot. Nick. Yeah. So, about Abbot Inmee's murder, there was something I noticed that I thought strange. Oh? So, what was it? Well, you probably won't believe me, but why don't you let me be the judge of that? Okay, so, you know that spring? Spring? You mean the pool in front of the Warbod statue? Yeah, that. The water in there was dark red. And when I say dark red, I mean blood red. Oh, that? Yeah, I saw it too. You did? Yeah. The High Priest's blood turned it red. What? No, that's not what I meant. The spring was red before he was killed. What? Wait, so it was already red, even before the High Priest was killed? Yeah, I noticed it during the purification rite, just before I passed out. Just like the ancient legend says. What ancient legend? This one that you've heard a fucking 1,000 times. Or not. The spring shall run... The spring shall run red upon Lady Kira's return. That's how it goes anyway. Hold on. Yes, there's a legend about the inner sanctum that says just that, but the water runs red this time thanks to the murder. Police investigation confirmed it. Perhaps your eyes were deceived by the lantern light reflecting off the water. I don't think that was it, though. An ancient legend, huh? Wonder if it's connected somehow. Dots. Nick? Yeah. So, actually, there's one more thing. It's not with Maya. She keeps looking overhead at her benevolence, like she's worried that what Ray Fall will think. There's something I want to show you. There is? I found this at the inner sanctum after I came to. Is this a letter? It's in Crayonese. See that stamp on the far left at the end of the letter? Does it look familiar? This red stamp here? That's the mark of Lady Kira. Alright, looks just like the mark on her forehead. Lady Kira, you say? Let me see that. Why, this is... What? What does it say? Do not perform the rites. I know what you're planning, Lady Kira. Sounds like a threat, or a warning. Whoever's pretending to be Lady Kira was pressuring the High Priest to stop the rite. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, too. Nick, do you think... Wait. First, there's that ancient legend. The one we just fucking saw, like, 10 fucking seconds ago. Now, there's also Lady Kira's warning. Plus, with the Warbod Dragger being blah blah, don't tell me. Oh my god! Don't tell me. You actually believe that the real Lady Kira returned to kill the High Priest? It's not like this is kind of common knowledge and everyone could do that. Don't be silly, Nick. Huh? Historical figures don't come back to life. I mean, give me a break. But you're saying only yesterday how it was more fun to believe that she's the real deal. Also, with spirit channeling and stuff, she could come back to life by taking over somebody's body, right? That could be a thingy. I guess. I don't know. Whatever, I forget the rules of that stupid shit. You were saying only yesterday how it was more fun to believe that she's the real deal. Yeah, yesterday. Wish I could keep on entertaining that fantasy too. But the fact is, we're dealing with a murder here. Thus, my days of dreaming have come to an end. I'm going to keep it real from now on, and you should too, Nick. I already said I was the boring one because I was keeping it real.
Can anybody else even spirit channel the way Maya does?
Well, her sister could. And like, Pearl could. And like, you know, people like in female members in the family or whatever, I guess. Sorry, I guess I've outgrown that stepladder argument we always have. I think you mean ladder, Maya. There it is.
People from this country.
Let's track all of Maya's relatives.
I don't know, dude. So what do you mean by keeping it real? Oh, so you know how someone is dressing up like Lady Kira and capturing rebels, right?
There's the ladder joke.
Yeah, that one. I think that's who probably sent this warning. What nonsense is this? You dare to suggest that Abbot Imni was slain by Lady Kira, you nincompoop! Ah! Rebel Hunter is sure to be a vigilante who loves this kingdom. And it is that patriotism that led them to cloak their identity in the guise of Lady Kira. So, impersonating a historical figure is not actually somehow sullying it. I would have thought that's, you know, what they jumped to, but whatever. Such a patriot would never slay the High Priest. Besides, why would such a vigilante go to stop the purification rite in the first place? don't know. I rest my case. Still, if this rebel hunter had a compelling enough reason, he might have killed the high priest after he ignored their warning. You idiot, you baka. You can't fool me. It's you who forged that warning letter. Made it. No, I'd never do such a thing. Now, your benevolence, let's try to remain rational about this. Just so mad. I'm a teenager. Maya, did you show that letter to the police? No. I was afraid that it would anger everybody needlessly. I was waiting to show it to you, Nick. And judging by her benevolence's reaction, I'd say Maya was right to be worried. Wait, what are... There are a number of places on this letter where there are 3 holes in a row. Yeah, so it was pierced while it was held up. Some sort of message. No, dude, if you fold the thing... whatever, fine. Oh, really, anytime soon now. Alright, wrap it up. I guess you have more questions for me. I have a better idea of what we're up against now. Nick, there's something I've been meaning to say. I don't need a lawyer this time. What?
You are too smart for this game.
It's just, you know, they have that Defense Culpability Act in Crayon, right? Well, if I'm found guilty, you'll be charged with abetting a criminal. Don't worry, Maya. We'll pull through this together somehow. We always have, haven't we? Yeah, but we're not in Kansas anymore, you know? True, but I've been through one trial here already, so I know what I'm getting myself into. You're going to win this one no matter what. Because I believe in your innocence. Yeah, I know. You've always won because of your faith. That's right. So it's all aboard the Phoenix Freedom Express. Thanks, bro. Well, I'll see you later. Bravado will not save you tomorrow, and by then it will be too late to ask for mercy. You're going to beat this charge. You'll see. I don't care to understand every single word that was spoken, but I don't like the sound of that Phoenix Freedom Express one bit. Wait, don't tell me you don't know what Freedom Express refers to. Ah! Of course I know. Don't presume to know what I don't know. I'm not close to understanding why someone wanted the High Priest dead, but given the use of the War-Bound dagger and the existence of the warning letter, say the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira is the real prime suspect. Might help if I knew a little more about this modern-day Lady Kira. I wonder if anyone has any info on them. Maybe the first thing I should do is go someplace where locals like to gather. That woman you call Maya Fey is not to be trusted. Here she is already 28, and yet she is still as antsy as a maiden in her teens. Surely she must be hiding something. Actually, that's just Maya being Maya. So, what next? Let me think. Oh, I know. Dare I ask? Admit the accused's guilt so we can go straight to the inevitable guilty verdict. I'll solve everything. Why did I even ask? I think I'll just keep on investigating.
Maya is a hag by anime standards.
Yeah. I guess the bazaar is as good a place to start as any. Now, who should I... I see. So that is what a Freedom Express is. Consulting her pocket internet
The
again,
bird
I
is
see.
still there.
Good. Mr. Wright! That sounds like... that guy... Miss Maya, okay. I believe her, Mr. Wright. No, she didn't do it. You do, you know, boy. What? Your benevolence. You mustn't trust in lawyers, you... Huh? Are you not the accused from the last trial? Oh, what's wrong, Albie? Your benevolence speaks with the, May speak in the vernacular legal monk. Now what is your name? Yes, your benevolence. Albie Arcade, your benevolence. Notice, Albie. Your soul is only as clean as or filthy as the company you keep. You should stop insinuating that all lawyers are trash. But please forgive me, your benevolence. But Mr. Wright is a very trustworthy man. And I trust him as a lawyer. Ugh, what's this? I'm sorry. Forgive my insolence. If a common boy such as ye can place his trust in lawyers, it'll only be because of my failure at the Hall of Justice the other day. Oh! Mr. Wright, her benevolence has sunk to the ground. She must really feel responsible for what happened in the court that day. Let's give her some breathing room for now. I'm sure she'll be back on her feet in no time. In the meantime, do you mind if I ask you some questions? Sure, whatever. Let's just leave her on the ground over there, crying. Alright, so what have you heard about the rebel hunter that was in the newspaper? Everyone's overjoyed at her appearance. Say she's the modern-day Lady Cure. Oh boy, things we've already heard 10 times before. People have been on edge recently, what with that jailbreaking stuff. I sure hope they catch an escaped prisoner soon. Escaped prisoner? Prisoner to cell.
You might have forgotten, so got to remind you again.
Yeah, he was one of the vicious rebels that Lady Kira had captured. So there's a hardened criminal on the loose. That is bad news. Yeah, but the modern day Lady Kira is also super balls. Means she takes down big scary rebels all by herself. Yeah, that's not exactly something just anyone can do. Someone that strong could have easily overpowered and killed the High Priest. What about that escaped prisoner, Albie? So, what's the escaped prisoner supposed to be like? Say he's a vicious fiend who serves as Dirk's right-hand man.
She must be swole.
The escapee serves that dreadful master of the Defiant Dragons. Consider the prisoner as a foremost... God damn it! They say the prisoner is a former soldier and that he wields a big scary knife. Rumor has it he's a cold-blooded killer to boot. Oh man. Can't see where this is going at all. Sounds like a really dangerous man. He is, but the police still can't find him even after an exhaustive search. Wait, I remember hearing about a prison. Yeah, I remember too. You don't need to tell me again. The prison is at the top of the Inner Sanctum's mountain, right? How'd he even break out? No one knows. He supposedly did it without any tools to speak of to. Some say he must have fallen to his death. Personally, I'd like to believe he did. Otherwise, something like that terrible incident might happen again. Terrible incident. What was that about a terrible incident? It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated. And it was the rebel leader, Dirk, who did it. He done diggly did it. Previous queen was assassinated? It's kind of unsettling. It was there with a leader sinner! I mean, to take the life of such a gentle queen. And someone with a dark, defiled soul could have done that. I really take the queen seriously here, like god-worshipping level serious. Really would take someone pretty bold and blasphemous to assassinate one. So, is there anything else you can tell me about the Rebel Hunter? I was just thinking there was something else, but what was it? Oh yeah! Here. What is this? Shadow found it. Aye, that's the Warbot arrow. Feeling better now, your benevolence? No time to be feeling sorry for myself, for I'm the Crown Princess of Crayon. Now let me see that boy. Yes, whatever. Looks very much like one of the legendary weapons Lady Kira once used in battle. A three-pronged arrow? I could swear I've seen something resembling that arrowhead recently. Where did Shadow find it, Albie? Near Abbot Inme's house. Near the victim's house, huh? Something tells me I better look into this. Albie, can I ask you to take me to the High Priest's house? Sure. So this is where the High Priest lived. Wait a minute. This already brought me one of my back gave out. And the woman in front of that altar, she must be the High Priest's wife. Excuse me. Yeah, may I help you? Hoping to speak with the High Priest's wife. Are you she? That's not how it works. Are you her? What the fuck? Please forgive the intrusion, Lady Beleb. Abibit! Oh my, your benevolence. Please be at ease. What a terrible time must be for you. How much to your husband. You have my deepest sympathies for your tragic loss. The honor of your kind words. Look, dear, the royal priestess has come to visit us. Yes, What's that? Oh, of course. She's talking about the funeral picture.
Oh no, she's crazy.
My husband, too, is delighted that the royal priestess has graced us with her presence. You can speak with Abbot Inme? No, I don't possess the power to speak with the dead, but I can feel his presence. Is that? No, I can wait till later, dear. She's definitely speaking with him. So, your benevolence, what is it that brings you to my humble abode? This lawyer is investigating your husband's death, and I am watching him to ensure he does not tamper with any of the evidence. Now, I know this must be difficult, but I could ask you some questions. A good friend of mine has fallen under suspicion, you see. A friend of yours? So then you must be Maya's friend from the States, correct? That's right. I'm sorry, but I'm still grieving. Isn't that right, dear? Yes, I know. Abbot Inme and his wife were one of the closest and most loving couples in Crayon. If she is not ready to talk, I will not allow you to press her any further. She did just lose the love of her life. It would be incredibly insensitive of me to force answers out of her right now. But I got it. Yes. Would it be okay if I stayed here for a little while? Well, have you not been listening to a word I said? Look, your benevolence, I'm sorry for her loss, but I'm running out of time. So what I'll do is promise to leave if she doesn't change her mind.
Please, let me talk to my husband about this. Yes, I know. No, don't. Not in front of the royal priestesses. If you would excuse me. What the fuck were they even talking about? You have but poured salt on her wounds. This is precisely why you lords are so despised. Ugh. I was just trying to help Maya's case. I didn't mean to hurt Miss Emmy. Could it be that you actually possess a conscience? Of course I do. But I'm also desperate for information. So, what do you plan to do now? Pass the time by looking around the room, I guess, and see if she changes her mind. Just see that you do not touch anything you should not. I will touch everything. All of the things will be touched. Oh, it's a one-up poster for the rebel escapee everyone's talking about. What? Let me see that. That's horrible. Senior member of insurgent leadership and former paratrooper of a foreign land, wanted for crimes against the kingdom. Considered armed and dangerous. So he's ex-military, huh? His appearance alone exudes menace. He must be captured at once. Something wrong. Amount is 3 million dollars, money that comes out of the people's tax payments. You shall have it lowered to about 1 million dollars. You seem unexpectedly concerned with the people's welfare. Unexpectedly? How rude. Nina has always taught me that kingdoms that do not value its people come to ruin. But kingdoms that just willy-nilly put people to death, even though they might be innocent, those strive for greatness. As crown princess, it is only natural that I care for my people. How about sending some of that kindness this way? Well, I suppose I could, if you quit being a lawyer and pay taxes to our kingdom, that is. Oh well, it was worth a shot. There's a steel samurai patch on this bag. I guess the bag must be Maya's. Probably left it here while she was performing that rite. This game looks kind of like checkers or chess. I mean to say, I've never heard of them all. Fuck off with these goddamn puns. Fuck. I've heard people describe it as Crayanese chess. So 2 players take turns moving their pieces in a bid to capture the other's king? Not quite. When you catch them all, the object is the utter annihilation of your opponent. Furthermore, each piece has a special move that can only be used once per game. Special moves. Sounds like a game right up Maya's alley.
Do not mock the holy names given to things by the Holy Mother.
The Holy Mother must have been fucking awful. What is this scary looking spiky thing? There's a floor cushion for heightening a practitioner's mental focus. Your innocence astounds me. There's not a soul in Crayon who would not recognize this. Floor cushion? You mean you're supposed to sit on this? How else would you suggest it be used? Looks like a torture device to me. Could use it to scratch your back. What show is this? It is the Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. God damn it. It is based on Lady Kira and it is the #1 action hero showing Crayon. Probably because it's the only one. The Plumed Punisher, warrior of Neo Twilight Realm? Yes, it is an entirely original show created right here in our kingdom. Not so sure about this originality given its overall look and that theme song. Something the matter. Well, it's just, we have an action hero show back home that is really similar to this. I'm guessing this shows why Maya is so into Lady Kira. Honestly, the theme song is exactly the same as the one from Maya's favorite show, Steel Samurai, Warrior of New Old Tokyo. Popular action hero series filmed right in LA. Set in a city known as New Old Tokyo, it's
Edgeworth
the
should
Steel
see
Samurai
this.
in Mortal Kombat. Yes. Yes, his nemesis, the evil magistrate. Maya's collected DVDs and merchandise from this. The Plumed Punisher seems awfully similar to the Steel Samurai. The Plumed Punisher originated here in Crayon. Is that clear? Sure, whatever. Patriotism is one hell of a drug. Isn't this that Justice Minister I met? But who's the woman in the picture next to him? She looks really important. Could she be the Queen of Crayon? What a magnificent altar. Of course it is magnificent. It's for the Holy Mother after all. Holy Mother. Is that faceless figure there? Such insolence, how do you not know? You seek to cross over into the Twilight Realm, right, this instant? Sorry, what happened again? Jeez. Huh, this is why Lari's are so despised. Now listen well, motherfucker. Depicting Her Holiness's face is the greatest taboo in all of Crayonism. Why? There are none alive today who know what her face really looks like. And it includes the members of the royal family. Wow, that is an unusual custom. It's gotta be one heck of a secret if even the royal family can't know that. It must have been gross. Or something. I don't even know. I don't get that, like, in other religions as well. What a beautiful orb. Something the matter. Bob's head, take one step back. Okay, done. Did you spot something? Yes, your dismal reflection. It was ruining the orb's beauty. Did you have to put it like that? You fuck. Trash. This looks like a wastebasket. Hey, there's an envelope sticking out. There are 3 holes in a row near top. Whatever could that mean? Scrounging around in other people's garbage like some stray dog. You're a pitiful creature indeed. What does it say here? Do what you will, but I got a job to do. It says to the High Priest. Cannot even read. You're even more pitiful than I had thought. Thanks. I'll keep your words of wisdom in mind. So the envelope was addressed to the High Priest, huh? But it's empty. Still, there's something about it. Better hang on to it. Fucking shit, what else do I need to look at? This, I guess. Poster of the mountains. Oh, the Inner Sanctum Mountain is featured against those other towering peaks. Beautiful mountains are known as the Roof of Crayon. And I see they have even included Mount Pony Pony in that poster. Is that a smaller peak? Known as the Little Sanctum, it is just west of the Inner Sanctum. Is it not also beautiful? I suppose a lawyer with defiled souls such as you could not perceive such beauty. That's not true. I think it's absolutely stunning. Lady Beleb has not had a change of heart, and simply waiting shall not change that. Can't we wait just a little longer? Wonder if she'll ever open up. Oh, you're still here. Lady Beleb. Mrs. Emmy, do you think you're ready to talk? Is it okay with you, dear? Yes, I'll let him know. Lady Bolivia, you don't have to speak to this lawyer if it is not your wish. Nah, it's Daijobu. If my husband were still with us, he would say.
As much as it pains me to have my lovely wife speeches on such matters, if it would help to find the truth, then ask whatever you may.
Okay, I'll take you up on your generous offer. Wait, did Mrs. Imi call herself lovely just now? Well, whatever are you waiting for? Ask your questions quickly, you fuck. Sure. Wait, first things first. What is that badge for? It's the attorney's badge used in my country. Yes, I agree to you. My husband says I should have nothing to do with lawyers. Not like we topped the popularity charts back home, but come on, can't the lawyer get a break? You have any idea what your husband might have been, why your husband might have been killed? Was he acting any different or doing anything out of the ordinary lately? No, I don't recall anything of the sort. This is really difficult. Did anybody have a grudge against him? He was a kind man and one of peace. He would never do anything that would accuse someone that will cause someone to bear a grudge against him. Oh boy. That's a lot of locks. Those are psyche locks. Means Mr. Ime is trying to hide something.
You are good at English.
It really has amazing power. Perhaps when someone is hiding something and allows me to see the psyche locks that are holding that person's mind shut. Whenever I see any, I only have to touch my Magatama to try and unlock them. Locking them all usually allows me to coax the truth out of someone.
Take that!
Here we go. Psyche locks. Let's stir the pot a little and see what happens. Mrs. Amy, I have an idea who your husband's real killer might be. That would be Maya, would it not? No, of course not. It has to be someone with a motive to kill him. This is who I think. I guess, yeah. I believe the escaped prisoner killed your husband. He probably thought that your husband would get in the way of his escape plan. Were that the case, wouldn't Maya have been slain as well? Oh, you're right. Guess I'd better find someone else with a possible motive. I didn't want to just immediately jump the gun for... But whatever, fine. It was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Everyone's talking about it. I know not of what you speak. Really? Because she even made the front page recently. Ha 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 ha. I'm but a humble servant of Lady Kira. The reason would she have to kill someone as insignificant as I? Actually, some there just might show why Lady Kira would kill Abadimi. The warning, right?
Take that!
This is a letter of warning from Lady Kira. Maya found it. It was in the inner sanctum, and only Maya and her husband were there at the time. The letter reached its intended recipient, your husband, the high priest, didn't it? How do you know Maya wasn't lying to you? Because I've never seen that letter before, and I doubt my husband ever did either. Sorry, but evidence that proves this warning was meant for your husband.
Take that!
What's that? It's an envelope addressed to the high priest. A warning letter was delivered to your husband inside this, wasn't it? Ah!
What nonsense is this?
How can you prove the warning was delivered in this envelope? Gotta be some way to prove it. Wait a second. On the envelope and the warning letter have something in common. I think there just might be something that links the envelope. There it is. Yes.
Take that!
3 holes in the envelope are in the same shape and arrangement as the holes in the warning letter. And if you fold the letter in thirds and place it in the envelope, the holes line up. Ah! As for what made the holes, I believe it was this.
Take that!
They were made by this war-bowed arrow, one of the weapons favored by Lady Kira. The warning was folded in thirds, placed in the envelope, addressed to the High Priest, and delivered to your husband on the points of this arrow. Ah! Are you ready to tell me the truth now?
You did it.
Yay. I admit the warning was sent to my husband, but he was not an insurgent. And why did you keep it a secret? Because the authorities might have suspected him of being one if I hadn't. Guess that makes sense. If the rebel hunter was after him, I can see how people might at least suspect. We are a Cranus kingdom, as such rising up against the monarchy is the same as blaspheming Crayonism itself. Your husband was a devout priest of Crayonism, and you feared that his good name would be tarnished if the warning went public. Yes, that makes sense, but is it the honest truth? What if the High Priest was really a rebel? Rebel Hunter would have had a motive to kill him. Still, this just doesn't feel like the right time to ask her about it. Yeah, probably not. Could you tell me a little more about the warning? It arrived about 3 days before the purification rite. When we woke that morning, it was already there by the side of our bed. It was by the side of your bed? Yeah, we had the whole house locked up tight, and yet someone still managed to slip in. It was so frightening, wasn't it? Didn't contact the police because you didn't want them to suspect your husband of being a rebel? That's right. If only we had told the police, maybe Thrust would just still be alive today. Or he would be dead in prison because this country's nuts. Oh, lovely wife, no need to fret, my dear. My only regret is that I left you all alone. Barbed head, that's quite enough. Yeah, you're probably right. Mr. Senmi, I'm sorry to have bothered you at such a difficult time. Don't be silly. I'm happy if I have helped. Your benevolence, may you swiftly shine light upon the truth. Goodbye. Barbed head, you seem bent on casting suspicion upon Lady Kira. By doing so, you seek to deflect the blame from the real killer, my fate. That is the only logical conclusion. Yeah! I'm in no position to disprove her at this point. If only I could find something to support my theory that the High Priest was a rebel. The only other person who might know more about that but in me would be Maya. I might be done questioning her by now. Maybe I'll stop by the detention center. And she has to leave now so Maya can tell her the thing. My mother has said what? It seems I must go. Something happened. Yeah, my mother has decreed that a rite shall be held for the High Priest's passing, and that she shall conduct a prayer of lament therein. Eminence has so decreed, has she? Oh, but she should not concern herself with a humble priest like my husband. It's only natural considering his meritorious service. Right, will be held at the palace. You are to accompany me there at once, Lady Believe. Thanks, bro. My husband is most delighted too. How wonderful for you. Must be quite an honor. Barbed head, you're coming as well. Huh? But I don't have much time left to investigate. As the one charged with monitoring you, you must remain within my sight at all times. That was never decreed. Besides, it will take but a moment. Now, come along. Ugh. Fine.
Yokuzo.
So, this is the Queen of Crayon. What's wrong with you, barbed head? Show some respect. Huh? Oh, should I bow or prostrate myself? Maybe I should castrate myself. Nah, it's quite alright. Stay as you are. Mother. Your Eminence, I'd like to give thanks to you. You honor both me and my husband. His exemplary service deserves to be honored. Oh, but what a terribly trying time this must be for you, Lady Believe. May my prayer comfort your soul, and that of your dearly departed husband. Nothing will please me more. Can we get on with this, Jesus? Lord Eminence, your words are waste on my humble husband, and it's hateful. That's what I call a commanding presence. So, you're the lawyer fuck of whom my daughter speaks. Sure. I'm so very honored to make your noble
Yearly
acquaintance.
Hepatid Dustband.
Well, to bask in your resplendence. Yeah, we'll do it. I have no idea how to talk to a queen. Oh, may the Holy Mother's blessing be upon you. Now then, Lady Believe, let us go to the Chamber of Prayer. Verify you are to accompany us too. Yes, Mom. Ah, Queen is seriously something else. Prayer of Lament, huh? Don't see how that'll do any good. It's Justice Minister Inga. Oh, who are you, buddy? Nice to see you again, Minister Inga. Again.
Time for Mum Benevolence to make tendies.
God damn you. That immediately sprung to mind a scene of her benevolence with the chicken nuggies. You know? Please copy pasta that in. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Phoenix Wright, we met in the accused lobby the other day. Alright, blue suit, jagged hair. You're that lawyer who brought my daughter down a peg or two. Your daughter? What? Yeah, Rayfa. He's Princess Rayfa's father, but he's Queen Garon's husband. Planning on sticking your fat nose in this mess too. Accused is a good friend of mine. Like I said last time, you better watch yourself, Sheen. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? You want to question me? It would be great. Ha ha ha. Your balls, dude. Guess I can play along a bit. We got things to do, she, so we'll have to talk while I work. I wanted to let you know that I'll be the defense lawyer in this case, too. Wow, let's say I didn't warn you. You only won last time because that idiotic prosecutor filed false charges. It's gonna be different this time. Got Crayon's top prosecutor in this one, she. Don't care who I go up against. I'm going to prove my client innocent. Haven't forgotten that little thing called Defense Culpability Act, have you? Blow this one and you'll suffer the same fate as the accused. Not that it matters, because in every game, if you lose, it's game over and you have to try again. So it's, you know, it's practically death in video game terms, so whatever. You lawyers are all the same. You start your stuff like the DC Act comes down hard. And you start, until the DC Act comes down hard. Then you start begging and pleading for your lives. It's really hard to watch, I tell you. Well, I don't plan on letting it come to that. Were you the one who wrote the Defense Culpability Act? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. What's it to you, buddy? Either way, as Justice Minister, I'm gonna enforce the thing. It started as a way to counteract the dirty tricks of your trade like falsified evidence. But it turned out to be quite handy. Efficient even. Handy? Efficient? Yeah, make my job real easy. Any goons across me or the Goron administration are gonna get just what they deserve. Especially those rebel scum. You can get away with that here. Better watch your mouth, lawyer. Force the law in Crayon C. Being that I'm the Queen's husband, that makes me king. No, I'm pretty sure the Queen is the boss around here. Go on, say what you're thinking so I can charge you with less majesty. Ugh. Okay, myself arrested now. Listen up, buddy. I got a low crime rate and a populace that lives in peace. It's all thanks to the DC Act, so I don't want to hear any more lip about it. But I can't defend my client unless I speak my mind. Without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say, I got a little trick up my sleeve. So what should if I were you? You got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. Say, White, you know what these are? No, what? Orders of execution. They'll really pile up if I start slacking off. What? Tomorrow I'll have even more work to do, processing the one for your little friend. If you really do defend her, I'll have to add one more to the pile for you. You're not stupid enough to waste your life on that criminal, are you? Don't worry, I'll make sure to lighten your workloading. I won't give you a single execution order to sign tomorrow. I have returned. What's up? I was performed flawlessly. Lady Bleep stayed behind to speak with Mother. If those will help ease her sorrow, even if just a little. So, you've been speaking with my father. Yeah, you could say that. Father is a great man. He works tirelessly to keep the peace by killing literally everyone. Works. Crayon as it stands today owes everything to the efforts of my mother and my father. You should feel deeply honored. Okay. In normal circumstances, they would have never spoken so readily with a lawyer. Sure, whatever. It seems Rayfa doesn't know what her father was really like. Well, now that we're done here, let's go see if I can talk to Maya now.
Yo, Maya, what's up?
Oh, it's you, Nick. Maya, are you okay? Question wasn't too harsh, was it? Nah, I'm alright.
She must have had a really good role models as she has been growing up.
How about you? Make any progress? Well, I haven't found any conclusive evidence that could prove your innocence, but I have a small lead. Really? But right now, I'd like to ask you about the High Priest. Sure, ask away. By the way, what's the princess doing with you still, Nick? Doesn't she have anything better to do? Doesn't seem like it. Heard that? How rude. Of course I have many other things I could be doing. Like, eating lasagna. It's just a thought, but do you think the High Priest could have been a rebel? A rebel? Why would you even think that? Because if he was, then the rebel hunter Lady Kira would have had a motive to kill him. Whoa, 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 what? Uh-oh. What is this? Having me a rebel is beyond the pale. The mother has offered a prayer of lament to his soul, as the sort of person he was. Alright. It's just raising the possibility. Not listen to such tomfoolery! Alright, well, that was useful. No, I'm not. Oh well, nothing we can do about that. Actually, that's perfect for us. You recall the High Priest doing anything suspicious? Come to think of it, he seemed unusually restless during the rite. He kept glancing up at the sky, though I have no idea why. Yeah, no idea at all. He was restless and kept looking up at the sky? That doesn't really tell us much, does it? Anything else come to mind? Sorry, that's about it. This is all I'm going to learn about the High Priest right now. There's one thing I should follow up on. Yeah, thanks for the flashback. I definitely didn't remember that. This might be my only chance. Maya, about what you said earlier. Why can't you tell anyone you're able to channel spirits? You know that? You know how all the queens are also spirit mediums here? I heard. It was kind of a shock at first, though. In Crayonism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I see. So spirit channeling is a symbol of power or authority then, in that sense. You can see why it would look bad if nobody from another country were able to do it too. Spirit channeling in the crayon tradition was developed from a crayonist style that was brought to the US via Japan. But it seems like my clan's spiritual power is greater than that of the average crayonese. Maybe a quirk due to how our styles diverge, but I don't really know. So, if spirit channeling is a power possessed only by the queens of Crayon, and it's a power that somehow made its way down the line to Maya, then I guess that makes Queen Garon and Princess Rayfa distant relatives of Maya's? Anyway, it's not like there's some kind of rule about it. It's just, I'd rather not have it become an issue or anything. So our mediums who come here to train hide the fact that they can channel spirits. I see. I don't know why it was so complicated. As if anything in this super fucking ass country is simple and straightforward. Either way, training here is a must to fulfill the qualification needed to become the master. What is this qualification to become the master? To be able to channel spirits of one's own volition and without fail every time. Like, remember how my spirit channeling was always hit or miss? Only ever succeeded about 30% of the time. Yeah, it was more like spirits possessed her as opposed to her channeling them. So you can do it every single time now whenever you want. Yep. At least, I think. You think? Well, I haven't actually tried channeling anyone since I completed my training here. But once I get back home, I plan on taking the final spirit medium test. To try channeling one spirit after another in a marathon channeling session. Only those who pass the test are worthy of becoming the master, huh? Yeah, but I know I can do it. I'm going to ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. Right. Speaking of similarities, I noticed that another similarity between our countries besides spirit channeling. I saw a show on TV earlier that reminded me of the Steel Samurai. Oh, you must mean the Plumed Punisher. Why are we talking about this? So you've already seen the Plumed Punisher? You really don't miss a beat. Actually, it was our Benevolence who told me all about it. There's not a single person in Crayon who does not know of it. Oh, your Benevolence, you're back. As the Royal Priestess, I am charged with monitoring your movements. So I have changed my mind. For in order to fulfill my duty, I must divert my ears not even from your blasphemous theories. Their sense of duty is commendable, but I wouldn't mind if she backed off a bit. Great timing, your Benevolence. There's actually something I wanted to show off to the both of you. Show off. Maya sure seems excited all of a sudden. Yep, ta-da! Oh, what's that?
It's an ultra-rare plumed Punisher strap. There's only one of them in the whole world. It was specially made to promote the TV show. You're the owner of this strap? Tell me, you're plumed Punisher fan too, your benevolence. No, definitely not. Only little children watch that show. It's for dumb idiots. No interest in such childish things. Right. Sure. No, I'm telling you the truth. Sure, let's just leave it at that. Whatever, man. So, how did you get your hands on that? Found a kindred spirit in the plumed Punisher fan here in Crayon. It resulted in an exchange of cultures transcending national borders. And by cultural exchange, you mean you swap TV show promo merchandise? You bet. I traded my Steel Samurai watch for this strap. The super rare watch that plays the Steel Samurai theme song when the alarm goes off. My newfound Crayonese friend was so happy I got this one-of-a-kind strap in return. I guess there are people like that wherever you go, even here in Crayon. Watch this. When you press the mugger tom on her belt, plays the show's theme song. Sounds just like the Steel Samurai theme song.
This sure sounds like an important conversation.
What are you talking about? Can't you hear the folk instruments in the intro and the exotic tunes throughout? Plus the Steel Samurai's Japanese taiko drums that go don 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 in the intro. What the fuck is this?
This will be the evidence that decides the case.
Right. Guess my ears just aren't as good as yours. No, they're better. Anyway, I have this amazing idea for a new show. Plumed Punisher versus the Steel Samurai. Ah yes, the mashup. Always the best thing. I'm going to totally go pitch it to some TV station when I get back home. It's going to be a huge hit. Right, your benevolence? I have no interest. Well, if for nothing else, talking about the plumed Punisher has thankfully seemed to cheer Maya up a bit. It's getting late. Trying to get some sleep. Okay, Maya? Leave tomorrow to me. Okay.
Let's pitch it to Rittens. Oh, never mind. He's in jail.
Think I've covered just about everything. Time to head back to the temple and go over everything I've learned so far. My father is a great man with a gentle soul, is he not? Yeah, well, are we talking about the same person here? You too could become a man of upstanding character if you learn from his example. Sure, upstanding character, him? Care little for that tone of yours. It is as if you do not agree. Nah, I totally agree. Why is my face always such an open book? Yeah, I've visited the accused a number of times already. Could it be you're smuggling in tools one at a time for a jailbreak? Of course not. Besides, you've been watching me like a hawk. Well then, perhaps you're cutting the bars in the visitor room by bit. How on earth would I even do that? That barbed head of yours, of course. That is getting ridiculous. Of course it is. Merely having a little fun here. Oh, please don't have it at my expense. Monthly tax enough already. Where am I supposed to go now? Temple, I guess. It's getting late. Won't be long till sundown. That's right, your benevolence. You're done with your investigation for today? Pretty much. Thought I'd go over what I've learned so far. Care to join me? Sure. Okay, first we know that the High Priest received a warning 3 days ago. It's from someone claiming to be Lady Kira, who told him not to perform the rite. That's right, it was the rebel hunter. But what of it? It's one I'm not sure of yet. Why would Lady Kira want to stop the rite? If you could solve that mystery, right, I could figure out her motive for threatening the High Priest. It might be the break I need, but I just don't know enough. Unfortunate for you, Mountain. Your only hope is pure speculation. That shall not stand up in the Hall of Justice. You have no actual proof of Lady Kira's involvement in this crime, after all. Yeah, warning letter alone can't prove who killed the High Priest. I'll give you one last chance to withdraw before you're charged under the EDC. Your benevolence! While it is true you did not forge or suppress any evidence, that is perhaps a product of my careful monitoring of your every move. I wasn't planning to do anything like that in the first place, idiot, but I am going to prove my innocence. Within the confines of the law. Can you be so sure you will? Using my undying faith in my clients. That is a lawyer's greatest weapon. What nonsense. You have chosen to dig your own grave. When next we meet, it shall be in all of justice.
TCH.
Faith. What nonsense.
Yeah. Fucking stupid. Alright, bye. Tomorrow I'll
prepare those blueprints.
Pum 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 pam.
I know the solution to saving this nation.
Me too. Drop a nuke.
We must steal the Declaration of Independence.
Ah, I see. Okay, can I save now?
That'd be great.
Hooray, we can save!
We must execute rebels.
Yay!
It ended right on time, too.
Only because it started early, though.
Well planned stream. Good job.
Good work. Thanks for stream.
Good night.